into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to College Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To the air, it's Rivers. Finds his tight end. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give is to Williams. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know, they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history, finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Might be changing the route. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Throwing right. Finds his man. It's Duff. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll run the option. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Sends it back in motion. Bounces out looking for that line. It's Peterson. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, it's Rivers. Big tight end makes the grab, it's a 1st down. Touchdown, Aggie. And they strike first. This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practice.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. 1st drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the running back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
That it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all.
There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. The short hands, it's Moulton. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field, and don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Here's a heat. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their
and the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you've got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a man on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Singleton. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Gonna look downfield again. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's gonna take off. Took care of it himself. Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Williams.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll ride his man on the option. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
When you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on a man, I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too, nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Got it behind the line, it's Bond. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Line getting set on second down. The inside handoff. Can't get him to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting a tackle for loss.
It's Hawkins. Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
A quick timeout called by the kicking team here.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Durr. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a 1st and goal there. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, all the talk this week. Let's find out how things are playing out in this top 5 duel. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up 14 over Alabama. We promise to keep you updated if anything changes in this matchup of 1 versus 2. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. He might want another play. Wants to throw. It's Rivers. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
And what a job in coverage by the defense. First, the defender able to get his hand on the ball and tip that up into the air. It lands right into his buddy's hands. He has the convoy, and it is off to the races.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man to the left. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Texas A&M going quickly. The give on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Snagged in the middle. It's Lions. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Rivers. He's going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's stuffed. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
22 more. 22 more.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a second and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To throw, it's Hawkins. Working that left side now. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
And the Sooners are facing third and inches. Quarterback keeps it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Tempo and overdrive.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Got his man all by himself. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
This offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Back to pass, it's Hawkins. catch in the middle. It's Singleton. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
On the move. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that was an absolute no-brainer. 4th and inches, I'm not going to kick a long field goal. Absolutely not. I'm going to get physical. I'm going to prove my team. I got faith in them. I got trust in them. And it's rewarded, and they get the first down.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the move, he fires. Makes a connection. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Looking to pass. It's Rivers. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Texas A&M going up tempo.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gives it on the option. Past the first down marker and still running. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Burton. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. To the air, it's Rivers. He uncorks one deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? I beg to differ.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the deep.
Turning it on. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Keeps it and gets the first down. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
And the Sooners are flying down the field. The give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the single back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
The Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. This quarterback part of their running game. Oh, he's got some space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the extra point was good.
That makes the score Oklahoma 42, Texas A&M 7.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to...
Speeding down the left side. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. The option look. Now the pitch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to change this route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the middle. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Looking for the first down, Texas A&M lines up on 4th. Back to throw, it's Rivers. Converts on 4th down, still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Here's the pressure. Got it in the middle, it's Duff. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.